Sand flag.
Today we're going to use 3 metre high safety sand flags.
How's the sand flags going?
Flag is up.
This is to make us more visible not only to each other but to others on the track who may be coming our way.
Should be alright. All locked in.
What are you doing there, babe?
Hey?
What are you doing there?
Just airing down a bit.
What are you going to air it down to?
I'm just going to start at 25 because it's not that sandy yet, but we don't know what's around the bend.
Yep.
When it gets more sandy, we'll go right down to 18. So I counted to 45 and that let out the air from 38 to 25. So that's handy to know if I ever don't have this.
Well, it's good because you can just let it down for 45 seconds before you check it.
That's it. Did you just do this one as an estimate, Martin?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. I just let some air out. What to say?
38.
38. Yeah, it was on 45, which is recommended for the back of this car. 44 actually.
To get to our fishing spot, we have to drive off road, and we'll also be going over sand dunes. We have 2 4-wheel drive cars, and this is our first 4-wheel drive session together. So the start of the track is pretty smooth. There's a few lumps and bumps, but nothing major.
Is that the Jurassic Park song?
What's playing that?
Your Spotify.
Well, I hope there's no dinosaurs out here.
Oh, we're going down to 18 psi because that's your normal beach pressure. And then if you get into trouble, you can go down to 16, but 18 is your normal starting point on a beach like this.
Well, you could probably go lower, but you run the risk of your tyre coming off, don't you?
Yeah, you're better off waiting until you're feeling like this is a bit too soft and then dropping a bit more. Because you can go right down, way below that, but not unless you're in big trouble.
To speed things up, Zach's letting down his tyres using a key.
How's that?
I just did that one for a minute total.
So you let it down with your finger for a minute and then...
Blake's gonna come.
Blake's letting this tyre down using a pressure gauge.
So 1 minute would be 3 psi, wouldn't it?
Well, let's check the map. It is about 5 psi. So that's pretty good. Maybe do a minute 30. I've lost count now, so it's alright.
Hopefully, when the good fishing time starts, the fish will turn up because apparently they're not there right now. The guys fishing have had 2 little salmon trout, that's it.
Is that all?
Yeah.
That's no good.
That is not what we want today.
Today we're going to Gunyah Beach in the Coffin Bay National Park, and we're going to try and get some salmon. We've heard it's not too good there today, so we're going to have to prove them wrong.
That's right. So this is the track in, and there's a bit of traffic on this road today, so we've got the sand flags on.
We've dropped our tyre pressures to 18, we're good to go, so let's do it.
Let's hope the fish turn up.
You can see here why the sand flag increases visibility. You can see it over the top of these bushes. It's a good warning for another car coming the other way. These sand dunes are always shifting, which makes it difficult to see the track. The poles with the red tops show you the best place to drive. The marker poles show you where the firmest sand is, so that you stay on the designated track and hopefully don't get bogged. Looks like someone made a wrong turn. I'm not going up there. Good luck with that.
from where we are now, we can fish for 3 kilometres to our left, and after that you can't fish.
Yeah, because that's the sanctuary zone.
Yeah.
Right idea, parking the car nice and far away from the beach. It's not that soft, is it?
No, it's actually pretty good.
Roger that.
As you saw before, we had down our tyres, and so far, no issues. Note though that there has been some rain, so the sand is relatively firm. We have all the recovery gear, but luckily we haven't had to use it. I don't want to waste time digging ourselves out. I can't see us getting bogged on this beach. Not today anyway. All good. We cruised up the beach, but we didn't really like what we saw. There was no big gutters. So we're heading back to another spot that we saw before that we thought looked better.
So we just went down onto the main beach, had a bit of a drive around, talked to a couple of nice guys who were fishing there and said it's not really happening. So we did a bit of a beach drive. It was pretty firm, it was fine, but it has been, you know, a couple of days ago there was some rain, so it's not so powdery now. So we've decided to come back here to the lookout because it looks better here. Let's get around it, do some fishing. Let's just have a look at where the gutters are.
There's a brown patch over here. We'll go over this way down here. It's a pretty flat beach, so you can see how we go. It looks like there's some small gutters, but nothing major.
I reckon they were filled in that big storm because this beach has normally got deep gutters and they're not here.
Not here.
And there's no schools of salmon here.
No schools of salmon. It's going to be a tough day.
It is. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah. Love it. Love it, love it. There's the kids.
Fancy that, the kids are here.
Fancy that. So I'm trying something new today. Surf poppers. I'm going to have just one baited hook. And the other one's just a hook with a decoration on it, a surf popper. So I'm going to be curious to see, you know, if we get fish on both or just on one. I'm going to be popping my burley spring and sinker on as well, obviously, to keep it nice and heavily weighted in the surf.
We had our first ever family fishing session on Almonte Beach the other day. It was heaps of fun and everyone was keen to have another go today.
Yeah. Pull it over, fling.
This is Blake's second time fishing from a surf beach and it's a whole different thing to being on a boat.
That's it. really ripping to the right. Whew, straight like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Great.
Martin's using a paternoster rig. He's got 2 size 4.0 circle hooks, and he's also using small keeper hooks. He's got a burley spring and a large star sinker. He's using salted pilchards for bait. Pushing some of your pilchard into the burley spring is a good way of increasing the smell in the water to attract the fish. It's a lovely autumn afternoon and we're fishing the rising tide. There's really not much wind to speak of. Let's hope the weather's not too nice for salmon.
Oh, Rachel's got a fish.
It was Rachel's first time fishing on Almonte Beach the other day, and she caught a really nice salmon, a lot bigger than this one.
Salmon trout. So that's a baby one of the one that you got the other day.
Wow.
There you go.
Put it back in?
There you go.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Just chuck it in.
But hey, any fish is a good fish. Oh, now Blake's on. Oh, well, he was.
Was that a good one?
It was only small, but I had it, and then
Just
in the shallow water it dropped off, and it was like swimming sideways. I was trying to chase after it. That's the second one. Second one that's fallen off.
today?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I had 2. This one was the closest one that I had though.
Was he on the hook or the popper?
I didn't see it.
I could tell you're looking around. I go on, it's the wrong one. Blake's had 2 and they both got off.
I could feel them biting, but then I kept losing the bait.
Yeah. Take a bag of bait down with you.
Zach also fished for the first time the other day at Almonte, and he caught a big salmon. I think he's got the bug.
Little salmon trout
Not exactly a record breaker.
caught on the top hook. It's probably a keeper, but I'm not going to keep that. Yes, sweet little thing. They're only small. That one that I just caught was probably 21. I thought I'll just check my bait and see, and it was a fish.
Go on, stay on, Blake.
Thank God for that.
That's a bit bigger.
What size do you reckon that is?
Oh, I don't know, 30.
What's the legal size?
21. Slimy.
Oh, well done, Blake. Let's see how big it is. It's definitely a keeper, but
So that was
measure
on the bait.
30 centimetres. Something small.
They're very small, aren't they, Zach? Let me just see, is it a trouty or a mullet? No, it's a trouty. See how much it's hanging on by?
Yeah.
That's about the size that they all are.
Yeah. Oh well, we had our day Wednesday.
I'm just so glad you've already caught one. You know, because this is what can happen. Did you have a tangle before?
Yeah, massive tangle.
Yeah. So it looks like he's got some purpose there, like he might have a fish on.
Did you get any yet?
Just one,
Just one, yeah.
small
I think
one.
we've all got one so far.
Oh, look, he's got another little one. Reeling it in like it was big then. But you know, when it's so turbulent though, you know, it just makes it really hard to pull in.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Another little one.
Little salmon trout, another one.
That's 2 for me.
Have you got one on? That's a bit better, that one. You're going well. I love this time of the day. Maybe I have got one on. So hard to tell. So turbulent. Oh yeah, I've got one on. It's an okay size. Biggest one I've caught. Double header. Not that big, but double header, so they felt bigger than they were. That's the first thing I've caught on the popper. I wasn't sure that they work at all. But they do. Look at them. How cute. They can go back. Looks like Martin's got one. Woohoo! Oh yeah! Woo! Woohoo! That's a big one. Oh, woo! Oh! Yes! That is huge! Woo!
Later one off me, Dad.
That is awesome, Martin. Let's go measure that up.
Massive. Where's your big measure? About
63.
Holy crap. 63. 63?
Can someone take a photo?
Yeah.
Oh, Martin, that's magnificent.
63 centimetres.
Nice, Dad. Well done.
Hey, Martin, how far out were you?
Cast out as far as I could on Rachel's smaller rod.
Okay.
So it wasn't that far out.
Woo! Woohoo! Well done. Love it.
This is definitely a four-wheel drive location. We fished from the lookout area and it was a short walk through the sand dunes to the beach. It's a remote location and there's definitely no facilities here of any sort, so come prepared. Wow, having seen Martin pull in such a big fish, we're all highly motivated to get out there and try and catch us a big one. My next one was another baby.
Not really what I was after. It's funny. Caught on the keeper hook that time. Just a little one. Bloke looks like he might have a fish on. Yeah. Cute.
No, they're not, are they?
Oh, you cut yourself? Or was that a fish?
There you go, we'll put him back.
63 centimetres. That's fantastic.
They're only going for the bait.
Yeah. That's okay. You can change to a rig with 2 hooks if you like.
Getting relative success with this. So.
Exactly, and I think that the colours probably attract them to you.
That's true.
You on? There he is. Double header.
Yeah, that one definitely felt better.
You want a photo?
Better lighting this way. Smile.
About 70, I reckon.
Yeah, I think I'm at 50.
So cool that he got a couple of fish. Good idea. Good idea moving it.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that came really fast.
Tide's really coming in, yeah. Looks like Blake's got another one. He's got a double header.
Double header. Woohoo! You got one on the popper, that's the first one.
Yeah, that is the first one. That's not bait on it either.
So this is the first fish we've caught on the popper. It's not a bad size, but we don't really need them.
Not big though.
Put it back.
Still got my bait.
You still got your bait. What makes me laugh is that a small fish will
Wasn't that big
stick
thing?
that in its gob. Okay, so I'm just gonna freshen my bait up. Put some pillies in the spring there. Mush them in nice and tight. That'll help stink up the water and bring in the fish. Okay, it's time to stop messing around and let's get a big one. Let's show 'em how it's done. Oh, hang on, back to camera duty, I think.
Got another one.
I think so.
Yeah, you have too.
So, do I?
Yeah, you are on fire, Blake. That's nice. Well done, Blake.
Another one.
Nice one, Blake.
Very nice
Thank
fish.
you. What's that, number 10?
I reckon it's number 6, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Well done, that's a nice one. Again on the bait. He hasn't got another one.
Another one on the popper. Interesting.
It had no bait.
No bait on the popper. Interesting. Likes the pink look maybe.
Martin! Come on, man. Come
Oh no,
on.
I got a fish on. It's a big one. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh no, I think it's gone. No way.
Taking him for a run.
So much for showing them how it's done.
Nothing on there.
It's gone.
Man, did it throw the hook?
Not sure, but it's gone.
That was a big one.
I think I had the drag set too tight.
Took your hook.
Ah, snapped the hook.
That was a big one, you could see it.
Bugger.
Yeah. Oh well.
Lost a big one. Bugger. Oh well.
That's what happens when you're on camera duties. You can't concentrate on your fishing.
I think we're on. I just want to jump out.
Here it is. Nice one, bloke.
What do you reckon that is? Can I measure it?
Yeah.
I reckon that's my PB.
Yeah, you hold it. Got it?
Yep.
Just watch its fins. What do you reckon?
37.
37. Nice one.
Alright, show him up with it.
Wow, Blake, that's a lovely fish. Lovely.
37.
That's a proper salmon, that one, not a trouty. Well done.
Woohoo!
Love it.
The fish had stopped biting, so Martin thought he'd try using his lure and see if he could tempt them to grab it.
So I've been using my lure for a while now. Nothing's really happening. Maybe they've gone.
The lure.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a fish and they grab on, but I don't, it's gone really quiet.
It has, hasn't it? I've got nothing.
Look at all those waves out there.
This had one bit on it. I was like, oh, I might as well try.
You had a good time?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely fun. Hard, but it's definitely fun.
Yeah. No luck with the lure.
Yeah.
Alright.
You need to go do your sandboarding.
Yeah. I was just, it had bait on it, so I was like, well.
Oh. Are you understanding how it can be a bit addictive?
Yes, definitely.
So when we first got here, it was very quiet and there was a massive rip down the beach. And then the fish came in and now they've all gone again.
So Gunyah Beach wasn't really what we expected. There wasn't the deep gutters, there wasn't the masses of salmon, but we've had a fantastic session down here. Everyone's been catching little fish. Martin caught a big fish. The track in and the beach was really quite good, but of course you never really know. You have to check the conditions before you come out because it could be much softer than it was for us today. Kids are going to go off and do some sandboarding in the sand dunes now, which is something else that's pretty special about this location. So the surf poppers seem to work okay. I think it's a good combo though to have the bait for the smell and then on your other hook to have the surf popper. We always try to bring you new locations. This one's definitely a four-wheel drive location. We've come, we've fished, we've shown you what it's like, just to give you some ideas if you're over here in the lower Eyre Peninsula. This is Fishing Sister saying goodbye.